Hello guys, how y'all doing? Mimi's here. Welcome to my channel. So guys, in today's video I wanted to talk about this one little show I just watched from Netflix yesterday, titled as You. I'm sorry, it's raining outside right now and can't control the weather, you know, so I guess you guys would have to deal with this background sounds. So about You. Now what I can conclude about You after watching it, you know, binge watching the entire thing in one sitting, it is pretty darn good show because it was like something that I've been searching for so long, especially after reading a book and watching a movie titled as The Collector a couple of years back. Favorite unforgettable books of all time. And now comes You, and I was like, damn, yet another one. Because you know, the storyline between You and also The Collector is almost similar, if whatnot. Like there's a changes in the characters and settings and stuff like that, but the main idea is there, you know. A guy's met a girl for the first time, and then he fall in love, you know, love at first sight, and then he begins to stalk her. It's pretty much the same, you know, for The Collector and the You. That's basically the beginning of the story. The Collector was set in 1960s and You was set in a more recent, so we can use technologies, and there's a lot of ways for this guy to get to know her. And The Collector, not so much, you know. So there's like a lot of differences here and there, but if I can pick which one I like the most and the best, I think I'm gonna go with You, and I'm gonna tell you the reasons why. First thing, the guy, the main character, which in The Collector we have a guy named Frederick Clark, and then in this You we got a guy by the name of Joe Goldberg. When he stalked this girl, like he have a lot of reasons to do so. Like he's seen some stuff about this girl that he felt like he can fix, and he felt like he can do better. Like, I can treat you better, I can help solve all your problems, basically going to make you feel like a princess. This guy, like, he got money. Initially he doesn't got money, but then he have money, and then he start thinking about abducting a girl because he was so infatuated. He loved her so very much, and she just want her, basically. And it's the same with Joe. Joe wants this girl, but instead of going to the crazy psychotic road, which is to kidnap her, instead he spend more time to get to know her. So Joe loves a girl named Guinevere Beck. Love at first sight. Met her in a bookstore where he works. And Frederick, he kind of like hopped into a bus, and then he saw Miranda, and he was like instantly infatuated, and he been basically stalking her ever since. Finding opportunities to see her, and the same goes with Joe. It's just that I feel like Joe takes a lot more courage and, you know, more time to get to know her. And in terms of the character's development, I like Joe's Goldberg better because it shows that he tries to get to know her, when Frederick Clark in The Collector doesn't do any of that sorts. All he wants is that I want her in front of my eyes, but I don't know what else would I do after that, but basically I want her there. Joe was like, I'm gonna take my time because you're worth it back. In The Collector, they have, these female characters that's been kidnapped, named by the name of Miranda Gray. She's an art student, she is pretty, she is a scholarship recipient, and she's very pretty. A lot of guys and girls admires her, and she's a fantastic woman, basically. Beck, on the other hand, is also, I mean, they have kind of like a similar backgrounds, if I dare to say so, because she's a MFA student, which I think translated to Master in Fine Arts. It's not really that far stretch. Instead of studying art like Miranda, she studies to become a writer, and she's a TA, teaching assistant, and she was like, she have a very active social life, to say the least. Like, she dates a lot, she, you know, hang out with her friends a lot, drinks a lot, you know, all of that stuff. And she puts herself out on the internet constantly, no question, which is why Joe Goldberg easily could find her. In the case of these two characters, they have a similar background, student, scholarship recipient, and they were like very pretty. A lot of people like them, and they have a stalker, an unknown stalker. There's not a lot of differences and stretches there, pretty much the similar backgrounds and all. Don't know why, but I like Miranda Gray more, probably because she's more conservative in a way. Like, I mean, Beck, she doesn't hold back. Like, if she wants something, she go after and get it, and she didn't shy away. Like, you know, her social life was pretty active, to say the least. Not like I hate people who have a social, you know, active social life. I'm just saying that in terms of that thing, they were like different, but both of them has something going on with their professor, because Miranda's kind of like have possibly an affair with a married man, maybe, like her professor, and the same goes with Beck. Like, she's like kind of like dangling the carrots. Like, I mean, there could be something here, there could not be something there. So yeah, that's, you know, in terms of characters, I can say there's a similarities in there for sure, but in terms of male characters development, I like Joe Goldberg better, because he was like actively seeking out for her, like, and trying to win her trust, instead of just like, I saw her and I like her and I want her to be mine, I don't want anybody else to look at her, and I'm just gonna kidnap her for now. Like, where should I begin? Because there's certainly more action in You than in The Collector. Because in The Collector, basically after he abducted her, all he did was just trying to win her trust, you know. Like, I mean, Frederick Clark tried to win Miranda's heart, but she wasn't really into it. Like, she just doesn't understand why he kidnapped her. He doesn't know how to talk to her, for sure. Like, there's a differences there, because, you know, Miranda is very smart and very beautiful, and she knows how to talk to people, and Frederick wasn't really that educated. He wasn't really necessarily knows how to talk to girl or people, for that matter. So there's a big gaps there and a problematic these two characters. But in You, Joe Goldberg is basically Beck, you know, Guinevere Beck's. Every problem that she have, it feels like he have some sort of solution, if not a way for her to get out of it. And I don't know why. I mean, when I see the way he tries, you know, he tries to win her heart by not trying to look like he's coming too strong. It feels like he cared in a way, and he really wants this relationship to last for a long time. Like, he was not in it for a moment, fling. No, he wants this to be the end game for sure. There's something about winning over her heart that makes me feel like he's very smooth, you know, in a way. And it feels like the storyline is better on You instead of The Collector. Despite Joe's effort, you know, Joe Goldberg's effort to win her heart, to try to be this perfect man for her, I feel like it was oftentimes his efforts, it's kind of like one-sided, because she clearly doesn't really sacrifice a lot more than he did, because she was more like going out and then cheating to every guy she ever met. And she wasn't like entirely in the relationship, to say the least. And then when she finally does, it feels like almost too late, because by then it feels like he already done every single thing, horrible imaginable things, to win her over. Like, he have to do all of that, have to go through all of that, and then on only then she realized how she felt about him. And then by then it's already too late, because now he have this big dark secret, and he doesn't know if she's going to go along with it or not. Like, he doesn't know if she's gonna accept it or not. And this is where the story in You gets a little bit tragic, because, you know, in The Collector, Frederick Clegg, I wouldn't say dumb, but basically he wasn't a mastermind, to say the least. He's more like kidnap a girl but didn't know actually what to do with her once he got her. But in Joe's hand, I feel like he tried to be intuitive, he tried to be assertive for her, he tried to do all of these things, and yet she was like unsure, didn't know, could it be, maybe. And it ends horribly and tragically, I feel, for, like, you know, their relationship, because there's a chance, a 60% chance that it could work, and then it doesn't. I'm kind of like disappointed, because I feel like Joe Goldberg has already given his all. Like, I mean, he was so sure that Beck is his end game, like very sure this is gonna work, but then it doesn't work, because I think both of them falls in love, but because they have different goals and different set of values set to them. I think around episode 6 to 7, I can feel it in my heart. I feel like, you know what, Joe, you have sacrificed so much for this relationship that you really, really want. When I try to look back, I feel like she have given out, I think, not even 20%, maybe 10% most. And it's like, you know, when one side, I mean, I'm not an expert in relationship, to say the least, but I feel like when you give out so much for a person who maybe or maybe not appreciative of you, it's a little bit. And I don't know why, but I feel it then that this relationship you guys have, whatever it is, it's never gonna work. This is not how you build a foundation of relationship. You don't lie, you don't cheat, you don't kill people just to get affection. I realized that, okay, I feel like you will have the similar ending as The Collector. I don't know why, but that's how I felt. And exactly after the, you know, the final episodes, I was proven right, because spoiler alert for those who still haven't seen the you know, the show, but she dies, Beck dies. And then I was like, sure she did, because this was never meant to last. It's pretty obvious, you know, that it's never gonna last. I think these two, you know, series, books, movie, call it whatever, have a similar idea, but then, you know, in the middle of it becomes something else, but the ending is still the same, which is so interesting to see. Because I'm not saying that there's no originality. Caroline, you know, the writer, she did try to make it different than The Collector. I don't know if she's inspired or whatever, but I feel like she did try to steer that, you know, away from the storyline from The Collector. But at the end, the ending was like still the same. I guess in the terms of plotline, story development, I would prefer You more, because there's more action in that, like more active way of Joe getting to his, you know, girlfriend and fixing problems and all that. While in The Collectors, it's more like a more passive aggressive thing going on. So it's not, I'm not gonna say it's boring, but kind of wish there's more in The Collector, and I'm getting it, funnily enough, from You. It's a good addition, I guess, for people who are looking for things that are similar with The Collector. You guys can watch You yourself. Anyway, so I guess that's it, guys. My little analysis, review, or call it whatever. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video that I made. And if you have something else to say about You or The Collector, or you want to say about both of them, like you want to make your own analysis, I invite you to put down, you know, on the comments below. Send in comments, so many likes, and you know, become a subscriber if you want to. And so I guess that's it, guys, for today's video. Thank you so much for watching it. I hope you have a great day ahead, and I guess I see you soon on my next one. Bye bye.